Mr. Yeboah, anapay, Yeboah Kwaba.
Mr.
Yeboah, wojom anyebiano enomabo abafom.
Well, Media but if we're down up, and never born it here. Rebecca say, still, now that's what's rockaka because of the way system is still a tenor. The Yamane body there, still a majority that's what's wrong.
Does it come to you as a surprise, the Ghana Statistical Service catches inflation about former to 45% from 50? I will do 45%.
Well, it doesn't surprise us, in a sense. Definitely, no one say, I appreciate it in value across the exercise. Above a little above 10 cities. Baby, I didn't do it. I say, prices now, a minimum adults works is basically because of the effects of the way Sikano said they should to last year before Christmas. And some of the items down on the market are some of the things that you almost a free amanone that they buy. And one thing I feel a minimum price was so people are trying to get new ones now. Almost fra old ones, just to try and see if they can beat down the price. If the city continues to appreciate the way it is, now it's relatively stable. We might see some downward trend of prices if only new taxes don't come in. And one thing is that you should know the inflation is not just particularly we'll say food items, so account to in it. And some of the food items, a minimum perform. Some of the food items above form. So that is how it's working. But where the prices and the cost and this that where it was, but it should be coming down. But like I said, that will be relative to say other costs and businesses.
Now we can say a month for no more coffee, a beer December, a beer January, our more at the bedroom no. And no more share say one more ebeton and so a more air try some makes it. Dollar and as a city bar around 10 point something. This was I think last week or so. And it is about bedroom 10 point BB, I think it's last week. And this amount for background of Mampa. Send it, you be who and who insurance that will be like a month from now. Well,
but as well as I said, before Xmas and around August thereabout, it should to cover 17, 18 cities to the dollar. If it now started about from it is somewhere even in January, not back down, about down 12 to 12. I don't know if you remember. About down to about 12 there about let's around 13. That's right. So no, we'll be ordering them by around January thereabout. We'll have some relatively lesser price than we'll be ordering the around maybe November, December. So that is how the dynamics is.
My president calling for a more membership to reduce the prices of one more airton. For the BT.
Well, you see, it's on a premise, and people are missing the premise. The premise is that one, the city is still gaining strength. Inflation has also up but down. We are asking government to continue working on it to bring the inflationary rates downward more because foodstuffs especially prices now back down. And foodstuffs are things that we use mostly daily. And also up but down. Now we are asking Bank of Ghana so no more share more policy rates. Because if the city is gaining strength and people might be trading in that aspect there, why do you continue increasing policy rates? Because policy rates is to mop up their own explanation. Now people would rather invest into such instruments But if people are rather trading now, why do you increase policy rates? Why don't you reduce policy rates? So it can have a good effect on lending rates. Now banks also almost also lending rates. No year and business cost. So we are saying those things on the premise. Say money cost, and even to us say it be a new taxes in the account there. Then we too would respond positively. So that is it. So we shouldn't miss the premise. Yeah, they can't answer.
Interesting. Now, offer other elements about a conversation, monetary policy rate from a few articles I'm reading online. It looks like Enyadia Ibeba from and so it's going to affect the interest at Mutia Ewo loans Moji Ewo banks. No, but maybe so, Anyabia dollar ne kwebi system nimo.
Oh, I think that there's dollar in the system. There's some dollar in the system, yes.
All right.
It's still now. I mean, it's not like we would have wished it to be, but there is. If you want, you can get some. And the rates are almost trading in now.
But Abano, musika sem loans and from the banks, with monetary policy rate, be a access to finance at the same.
The access to finance is there, but it's the cost of it that is the problem. I know the Bank of Ghana said they should look at the variables. I mean, the explanation say, or the Bema say, they raise the rates just to ensure some member that people who might be holding these dollars would rather put their money into instruments now and grow. If they are not doing business with it, we are not really seeing it. If the city is growing in strength, and one system say inflation air drop from about 53, 52 now about 45. Then there's some positive trend. So where lies he said the consumer increase policy rate? We don't understand it. Why don't you reduce the policy rate for the banks to be able to give out better lending rates? Now more businesses now man for why don't you do that? So they should tell us what is going on, because what we are seeing, the policy rate should rather come down.
Interesting. So, Kobasa Mampeni Edinesa, a secretary, and says 3 new taxes. Ekoba. All this conversation I having about inflation, about from any exchange rate as you see, and stabilize it for a period. No, a bit affected no money ball.
Yeah, there's serious likelihood, because these are tax instruments. Nina is aimed in increasing taxes for government. But the point is that where are they getting it from? They're getting it from the trading public, the businesses. And the point is that if the environment is not conducive for businesses, now I didn't need ultimate be free. Now I didn't need the over there imports, money reduce. So Ghana Post and Harbour Authority said traffic around their corridors are reduced. That means amount for are not important as they should. If this is the trend, how does the business grow for you to go and take the money? Or you government, you don't do business. Your business is to tax. And if where you are getting the tax from, how do they grow for you to pay your tax? It's on paper. You might calculate and say, put together 3 liters, I can get 4 billion. But in reality, like e-levy, you will see that you are not getting it. Then you'll be down to square zero. Well, that is why we are advising them, say, there are other ways of killing the cat. If they want revenue, why don't they look at the existing instruments and see how they can enhance them? Why didn't tax net bring in people, artisans, look at all the variables. Every hour, rather than say over increases. Because the increment in taxation does not necessarily result in revenue. I don't know if they are doing something on paper to please IMF then that's it. But in reality, we don't see it working that way.
My final question is on welfare. So, Nancy Krata, who say you throw Edebra mo se mo bra na mbehia empanyimfo mo hwe yen ports so efa traffic of eye enoma mo fa edi free amount ne edi eba wo mo ye concern say a reduce kura anya bia mo koshi omo no ekoba ne sen.
Well, the point is that I don't know say why are no mo beside there. Yeah, mo beside there. I mean, you should know say we don't have the answer to that. Rather, no, say make me simple. We have all those omo matter, finance, trade, transport, ministry of all the ministries. Yeah, from Omla. Now Bank of Ghana so count. Then you need for no will be what the operations are contribute to this factor. Because with the Baguno, I don't know Baguno Beja, I say the Kokran Baba. It is because say the Sika 7 in ABR measures at the post in ABR finance, send also sitting in man, Emwa, ABR trade ministry, also send on Bobuan in it. And you know, there are various factors. Who is that trade earlier? You mean Sika as someone in Finland can find your money. It didn't say, what is the final solution to it? Don't call it, call it all the layers on board. Then you chance. You honor you don't wire. This is the system.
And the meeting no embassy so
Well, about so now, this is why we told them. So let us call the biggest stakeholder for getting everyone on board. You shouldn't be asking me who be saying here. They say Neman Kuyitina, credit. Let us bring others. It's about trade, transport, finance. Most of them are more Bank of Ghana. Most of them are more Namodia system now. System that's let us widen the conversation. Yeah, the actual.
But I say, Mr. Benjamin Yeboah, son of Ujim Bernard Medin Kumo, I would you meet in so.
That's fine.
Mr. Yeboah, a welfare officer, Emma Guta, and a pay, one so ordinary share, what they ever.